Hi, I'm Stuart from SOB Leadworks. Welcome to the next job. Let's go and have a look, see what it's all about. Okay, so I've never had this before. So we've got an apron flashing to do to this porch up there, but there was no scaffold. So the builder has said, that's not a problem. I'll just use my van as a scaffold. So he's reversed his van next to where we're working. It's all got a nice bit of insulation board on there and everything for me, all nice, really nicely strapped down. And actually, do you know what? It actually is the perfect height. It makes the ideal temporary mobile scaffold. So fair play to him. So let's go and have a closer look up here. Right. So we just got this apron flashing to run through there. So there is a step in the brickwork there which makes it a little bit more awkward, but it's not a problem. So when this was built, someone has put some lead trays in there, but not all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin an apron flashing to the wall. Obviously dress that into the tile profile. Then we can dress down that existing tray, and where it's short, we have to put a bit of flashing under the DPC there, and then we can get it all trimmed up as well. So I'm just in the process now of knocking up my first section. Just going to do this in 3 equal bits. So we'll just get this first section knocked up and start pinning this to the wall. Okay, so I'm just putting this apron flashing through now. That's the first bit on and fixed. I'm just putting this second section on now. I've just got to weld a little corner in there where the brickwork steps out. So I've just got a gusset made up for that. Just going to weld that in there. I've just had to put a piece of timber in the back here because there's a bit of a gap from the tile to the wall, and if you don't fill that up in time, the lead will sink into there. So I just had to get a piece of timber made for that, so that's all ready to roll. So we'll get this gusset welded in, and then we can look at putting this last bit of apron through. Okay, so that's that gusset welded in there now, and I've just put that last piece of apron through there as well. So I think what I'm going to do now is get that all trimmed up and dress that into the profile of the tile. Okay, so that's all that lead dressed into the tile profile now. So what I'm going to do now is I've just got to trim the laps, just see where it's been dressed into the tile there. It's just pulled that round, so I just want to straighten those up. So I'll trim them up. I've also just welded that corner, so that's all done there now. So we'll get these laps trimmed, and I'll weld that last gusset on that end. Then I can look at getting this tray down and putting some flashing through there. Okay, so that's all those laps all trimmed up now. Just dressed up the clips onto the tile as well, and welded in that last corner there. So now I'm just gonna concentrate on getting all this top section down, all these existing trays, and get that last bit of flashing put through as well. Okay, so just dressing down this existing cavity tray put in by the builders. Just dressed that down, trimmed it, and dressed the clips as well. Just welded that gusset in there as well. So that's all done. So all that's left now, got a bit of flashing to put through there where there was no existing tray, and there's a little bit of flashing to put through at the end here as well where the existing cavity tray was too short, so I need to put a bit of flashing in through there as well. So we'll get those bits of flashings done, give it a sweep off and oil, and that'll be job done. Okay, so that's all that flashing through now. I've also just swept off all the roof, given that a coat of oil. So that is now job done. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can check me out on Instagram at SOB Leadworks. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hopefully catch you in the next. Cheers.